What's happening, crypto traders and investors? It's Rod with the Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ Stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Today is Sunday, March 31st. Hope you're doing well. And in this video, we're going to be discussing Litecoin. We're going to take a look at the chart, the technicals, what to expect in terms of price action in the days, weeks, months ahead. I'll give my thoughts and opinions, and I'll break down the chart and what to expect, like I said, in terms of upside appreciation, because it does look like the chart is ready to explode. And I do think that a new all-time high could be coming soon. We're going to take a look at what potentially we could be looking at here for all-time highs, and there was a very important weekly close. But as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. All that good stuff. Sound like a broken record, but never ever buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or anything that I write, right? You need to do your own research. This is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Also, before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. Also, you can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. And as a celebration to 420 and Germany going legal, going to be giving away one gold membership to the Pow Group private community. If you just go to the YouTube channel, click on community, you can click here, read more, hit this video, and just comment anything on this video. There's currently 28 comments, and I'll do a random comment picker on April 20th on Saturday on 420, and we'll give away one annual membership to the Pow Group private community, gold membership valued at about $150. So if we take a look at Litecoin here at the moment, it was an hourly bull flag that confirmed, and we had a target of about 110. We actually exceeded that target. We hit 112.98, and here we are consolidating back around that 110 area, and it's not a coincidence in my opinion. We zoom out to the weekly time frame though, you can see here we just closed the candle prior at 105.05, and I mentioned to Pow Group private members a few hours ago that if we close over 105, this is looking very, very bullish, because we have the 200 weekly moving average there at 105. It was actually lower than that. I think it was like 104 or something. And then at the end of the close, we actually got above it. So you can see here, we closed above it once before, and then we saw one more lower low, and I think that was just that final capitulation and final fake out before the massive breakout and that final accumulation zone, which is right here. And as you can see, we closed right at that. So we're going to want to see this weekly candle close over it now, preferably 2 or 3 candles. But as you can see, the last time we did it was the first time in many, if we just go back to the exact month, the last time we saw a weekly candle close over it was back in November 2021. And then we confirmed a close here in June of 2023, but it ended up being a massive fake out and shakeout before, like I said, that massive breakout. And something that didn't happen here the last time we closed above it. We were very, very close, but we were still at least a few months away, in my opinion, before seeing the 50 and the 50 weekly and the 200 weekly cross bullish, which is very, very bullish. Last time this happened on Ethereum, it went from about $600 to $5,000. So now that we're seeing this on the flip side, we had the bear cross here with the 50 weekly coming down through the 200. We usually expect downside as a result of that, because it's a bear cross and it's the weekly time frame, so it's even more bearish. Whereas now the shorter term, the 50 is below the 200 weekly, and now they're set to cross really any month now. I would say at least 3 or 4 weeks from now, but I would say there's a good chance over the next, call it 3 to 6 months, Litecoin's going to hit a new all-time high. And you might be saying, well, what is the new all-time high that we can potentially be targeting? Well, that's a very great question. We'll zoom out to the monthly time frame. We'll take our Fibonacci tool, where we'll go from the high of the bull market to the low of the bear market, and use our fib extensions, which is a common area to target in new price discovery in bull market. And you can see here, I'd be targeting the 2.618 and the 3.618. Bitcoin in its run up in the last bull market actually hit its 4.618. So we'll bring up Bitcoin just to give you an example of this right here. So you can see from the high of the bull market in 2017 to the low of the bear market in 2019, we actually hit our 4.236. And then you might be thinking, well, that's Bitcoin. It's the king of the world, right? It's the king of the crypto space. Only Bitcoin can do that. Okay, well, let's take a look at ETH, which gives us a good barometer of the altcoin market. Okay, we go from our high to the low of the 2019 bear market. It hit its 3.618, okay, at 4,900. And the high there was 4,867 on Coinbase. So again, if Ethereum can do it, if Bitcoin can do it, why not Litecoin? And there's talks that Litecoin ETF could be approved soon, a spot Litecoin ETF. Why not? It's a fork of Bitcoin. It's essentially the same thing, just with a different block size, right? Faster transaction times. So if we take our high to the low, and let's just say we hit the 4.236, that'd be a $1,600 Litecoin. Let's just say we hit our 3.618. That'd be a $1,400 Litecoin. Let's just say we hit our 2.618. That'd be a $1,024 Litecoin. If we hit the 1.618, that would still be new all-time highs and $648 Litecoin. I'm in the camp of thinking we're going to hit somewhere around here from this 2.618 to the 3.618. So I do think that $1,000, anywhere from $900 to $1,300 is probably the range that we're going to hit, in my opinion. So this is a coin that I hold in my portfolio. It's not my most bullish coin. I did a video that I sent a transaction on Litecoin, and it essentially disappeared. And then after like a month later, it basically returned back to me. Not a solution for the future, but if we're heading into full-blown alt season, this is one of the coins, like I said, that could potentially see an ETF approved because it's a fork of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin has an ETF and has been deemed a commodity and not a security, why can't LTC follow suit, right? And even if it gets deemed as security, there's tons of ETFs that are securities, right? That trade securities. So just because it's a security doesn't mean that you can't have an ETF behind it, right? But I do think that Litecoin is going to be one of the ones that are going to move very, very soon. We could see a monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross as well, which hasn't happened since September and November of 2020, and then we went to new all-time highs. So all the signs are pointing in the right direction here. I didn't even notice that monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross until I started this video, which is why I love doing these videos, because it really gives you that extra, research and due diligence and analysis that you wouldn't otherwise do so. And sometimes you just miss it on the first go round. So the fact that I seen it this time around isn't a coincidence. Also on the weekly time frame, it's because it's bullish, right? I knew this chart was one of the most bullish charts. I would say XRP is probably the most bullish chart at the moment in terms of macro. But in terms of the micro and near term, I think LTC is going to see massive price appreciation, and that's generally good for these utility coins like XRP and XLM and HBAR, right? We're going to see those likely run last, because usually the ones to run last are the XRPs and the XLMs of the world. So in my opinion, what we need to see happen first before XRP absolutely explodes is LTC explode, and it's looking like it is. We're seeing the parabolic advance here in the MACD and the stochastic on the weekly time frame. We're well above the 10-week moving average. Like I said, we're getting above that 200 weekly, which is the first time since back here in June of 2023, and that was the first time really since we started this bear market and came back from massive price appreciation to massive destruction in price. So in my opinion, over the next few weeks, potentially a couple of months, we're going to see this 50 and 200 weekly moving average. And then again, on XRP, if we just take a look, and I don't think there's a coincidence in this either. I think it's because of F assets and Flare networks, which we know both of these coins are going to be on that. But you can see XRP is 1 penny away. Actually, now it's 2 pennies away from seeing that 50 and 200 weekly bull cross. So it's going to be interesting to see here. Historically, XRP does run last, but it's looking like it should run first. But wouldn't be surprised if LTC pulled the fast one and started to gain, respectively, comparison to XRP. But it's looking very good at the moment. We also just had a golden cross with the 50-day moving average below the 200 moving average, and like I said, gearing up for that first monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross since the last time we hit basically new all-time highs. It wasn't all-time highs. We had 413, and all-time high was 420, but we were testing all-time highs. So in my opinion, over the next, call it 3 to 6 months, I think there's a good chance that Litecoin hits new all-time highs. And here we are breaking the high of last month as well, 112.98. The high to break was 110.47. So this is looking really, really good. And in my opinion, if we get over that 115 area, we have no price action on the monthly resistance. No resistance on the monthly price action until 302. And then after that, 413 and basically all-time highs. So giddy up. Buckle up, because it's time for LTC to potentially test new all-time highs. And then after that, if not after that, simultaneously, we should see XRP and the utility coins that we all love start to trend back to their all-time highs as well. I'm here for it. It's going to be probably the most explosive alt season we've ever seen, and life-changing wealth is coming your way. All right, going to end it there. It's Rod with Powell Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.